right, everybody, let's get into it. This is Shelia, clever girl, my JTS M12AK, and man, this shotgun has been a beast. Now, I know a lot of people, they make videos, you know, saying like, oh, this is great, and hell, I've even been that person that, since I love my firearms, I would say amazing things about them, but I'm not bullcrapping. This shotgun right here is freaking amazing, and I love it a lot. It's ran well. I put over 1,000 rounds through this shotgun, so you can call it my 1,000th round review over it. And as you can see, I have done a lot of things to this shotgun and added a lot of goodies to it. So let's just dive right in for the brief overview over this shotgun. So the JTS M12AK is a platform based on an AK variant. So as you can see, it looks like an AK, but it has a big magazine cartridge made for the 12 gauge. It is based also off of the two variants that I believe that it's closely to, the Sega 12 and the Vepr 12. As you can see, it has a sporting look like a Sega 12, but also has the magazine weld like a Vepr 12. So it's the best of both worlds. And I know with trying to get a Vepr 12 or a Sega 12, since after the ban that has happened for Russian firearms, it is very hard and very difficult to get them. And if you are able to find a Sega 12 or a Vepr 12, it will cost a lot of money to, you know, acquire and to get that gun. But, well, to get those guns. But with this shotgun right here, you're able to find, it is from China, and it works very well, and it is very inexpensive. So you can get into these style of platform shotguns for a little under $350, and you will have you something that will run great, and it's very reliable. So one thing that I can say about having this shotgun, I know, like I said, it can run with some of the best. There's a lot of different other AK-12 model shotguns out there, but with my extensive use over this shotgun, if you were thinking about picking one up, hell, go ahead and pull the trigger and do it. It's great, and I believe that you will be able to get all your money's worth out of this shotgun. One thing about this shotgun too, let's get into a little bit of how it acts. It's great with ammunition that's 1,250 feet per second and up. And I would advise using slugs and buckshot in the beginning, breaking it in, putting at least about 80 to 100 rounds in there. And if you want to use birdshot, you can. Now, there have been videos of people saying, you know, birdshot doesn't work, but I've seen tons of videos where I've seen birdshot that does work in this shotgun, you know. But start off with your rounds, having them be 1,250 feet per second and up, and work with your gas settings. The gas settings that they have on here, it's 0 through 3. 0 is no gas, so the hole is closed, and you'll be able to pretty much turn it into a pump shotgun, and you can cycle pretty much any round that you want to use, birdshot, buck, slug, any specialty round, and just charge it like a pump shotgun. So setting 1, that's for, to me, extreme heavy loads, stuff like that. You can run your birdshot, you can run your buckshot and slugs through it, but I would suggest running those through setting 2. The gas setting is opened a little bit more, and you're able to actually have those rounds function very well. You have setting 3, which is wide open, the gas setting, and you're pretty much able to run everything in setting 3, but I would advise birdshot for setting 3 since it does not have a lot of powder behind it. In the projectile, it's able to have that wide gas setting, which is able to push out the birdshot better. JTS says that, you know, you can run your slugs, buckshot, bird, whatever you may want on setting 3, but it will kind of beat up the gun a little bit, but it won't break the shotgun. I haven't seen any instances where that has. So if you want to leave it on setting 3, you're gonna get more of a kick, but it's definitely gonna work better than setting 2 or 3. But I mean setting 1 and 2 and 0. But I would suggest, you know, having it fine-tuned to the projectiles that you want, or if you're just in a rush, throw it on setting 3. So with my shotgun, my goodness, as you can see, I've done a lot of a lot of magic to my shotgun, and I've added a lot of goodies on it. A lot of people on my channel wanted to get a parts review over this shotgun, and I will get into the parts. But there's one thing that I just want to say also to anybody that's, you know, you new to magazine-fed shotguns. You have it, like I said, through the magazine. You have, it's not a pump shotgun where you have to put the rounds in and pump it in order for it to work, or it's not a tube fed where you push the rounds down this tube. It is, everything is fed through a magazine. So that is awesome for me, due to the fact that I like fast reload transitions, and I'm not worried about, you know, trying to load the shotgun back up through a tube and spending time doing that. Depending on how many mags I can carry on me is how fast, you know, I can transition through my reloads. So that's awesome. It comes with 2 5-round mags. As you can see, the 5-round mag here. This is good for anybody that's in a state that does not allow you to have 10-round mags or 25-round mags. And it's also good for hunting, whatever that may be. I personally prefer the 10-round mags. That's good for home defense. You have more than 5 rounds, you got 10 rounds. So that's always great to have an additional 5 more rounds. And it's good for hunting, whatever you may want to use it for at the range to have more fun. Then you have the 25-round drum. This drum is from SGM Tactical. It is a Vepr 12 25-round drum. And I did have to do a little bit of magic to this in order for it not to work, but in order for it to not to slip out. So it would work, but you would have to hold it in unless you do a little bit of magic like I did and add JB Weld plastic bonder under the feeding lip right here and layer it up to a certain layer, let it harden and sand it down. And every time you sand it down, try to lock it in place. And when you hear the click, you're good to go. And I just painted mine black so it'll match the color of this. So in order for that to work, that's how you would use the drum. And it works flawlessly. It does not come out. It's very, very tight in my shotgun and it works great. But I don't advise you to use this really on outdoor use, because if you drop it, this is plastic. As you can see, one of my tabs have already broken off. So clean it and it will work just fine. And you can see on my videos. So let's get into a little bit of the parts list with this shotgun. I'm gonna start from the most essential to me and then I'll move on to, you know, other additions. So the first essential thing to me with having this shotgun is having a sling. This shotgun is very heavy. Well, I wouldn't say very heavy. It is 9.4 pounds, pretty much the same weight as an M14. If anyone that's had used that gun before, it's the firearm that they used in the military before they moved over to the M16 style variant guns. So having a sling with this firearm really helps a lot, due to the fact that you're going to be holding this sucker, and you're going to be moving depending on if you're in an outdoor range, or even when you're at the range and they let you sling up. It's good to not just always hold it. You're going to get tired. You're going to need to do some push-ups. You're going to need to make sure that you can handle something of this size. But having a sling, it's definitely able to take the pressure off of you a lot, and you'll be able to carry it and feel comfortable moving around. And per se, if you were using this in a self-defense scenario and someone grabs this barrel and lifts it up when you're doing whatever you may be doing, you don't have to worry about people taking your gun away from you, because your gun is going to be strapped onto you. And that's something that's very, very good, having something that is secure. Hell, a sling is basically like a pistol, having a holster for a pistol. It's essential to have. So I can't stress that enough. And this is a Buckler Creek sling. This is before I had any modifications. Before I had anything done to the shotgun, I had added this sling, and you just tie it over the barrel, tie it over the buttstock, and it works fine. And you don't have to worry about like trying to find, because you don't have a rail system, which I do here, and you don't have to worry about adding the mounts for the QD and being able to tie that down in there. You can just tie it over the barrel and tie it over the buttstock, and you're good. So this sling is very good to have, and it has a nice plush pad for your shoulder whenever you need to put it on your shoulder and carry it. So there's multiple slings out there. I might change this out due to the fact that I'm so big. It's not, I'm 6'9", and it's hard to get in here, but I know it's secure to me. So the next thing that I feel that it's great to have for this style shotgun, or just for this gun period, is something where you can hold your light at. And I have a rail system right here, and I have a rail system here. So this gun does not come with this rail system. This rail system is from Iron Curtain Customs, and in Houston, Texas. This is the V1 M-Lock rail. It has M-Lock slots on the top, on the sides, and at the bottom, where you can add your flashlights, whatever you may be, your grips. And this is something that I feel that is very essential. So you can add the second essential thing is having a light. So I'm going to be talking about these both at the same time. Having a light, I can't stress it enough. You need to be able to identify your target, especially if you're using this in a home defense scenario. You don't want to shoot what you can't see. There's been plenty of issues out there where people have just shot in the dark and hit something that they shouldn't, or someone that they wish they wouldn't have. So having a light, I can't stress it enough. You need that on a firearm if you're going to be using it more than just it being something for the range. And it's just great to, like I said, to always be able to see. So having a rail system, you're able to incorporate a flashlight on there. For me, I have this rail system right here. I can't think of a name of it, but you're able to slide it over the barrel, tighten it down with the hex keys, and it has the Picatinny rails all the way around. So I can put this any way that I want to. I could have had, a regular style tack light with a pressure pad, but I found out that pressure pads don't always work in the heat of battle, and you don't want to give off your position if you don't know what you're doing and you press down on that pressure pad and give off your position. That could be very bad for you. So for me, I really stay away from pressure pads, and I just put my lights on the side that I see fit. But having a rail system here, you're able to add whatever you need in order to turn this into a attack shotgun, very tactical. And people are saying, well, oh, it's probably very heavy with this rail system on here. And it does bring the weight up to close to 12 pounds with everything on here is like close to 12 pounds. But you have to be smart in what you're doing. If I'm going out hunting with my friends, or I'm being outside and I'm not worried about having a light, I will take this rail system off and put on the polymer grips that come with this firearm. So you have to be able to understand what you're getting ready to do for that occasion and use your equipment as you see fit. Now, like I said, right now, this shotgun, I haven't been hunting out, in a while or nothing like that. And I haven't really been out to the range in a while. So I use this shotgun primarily for home defense. So I have it set up just so I'm able to do those certain things, and have whatever I want to put on here in order to defend myself and my family. So having a rail system, in this rail system, I believe I said that it has M-LOK rails all the way around, so it's great to have. The next thing that I feel that is great to have with this shotgun, let's see here. I love to have, I changed out the pistol grip and I added an additional front grip in order for me to be able to hold this gun and be stable and have great follow-up shots. I'm using an ATI, this is an ATI Scorpion pistol grip, and it has a rubber butt pad in the back, even though you can't see it because I have goon tape wrapped around so I can have maximum grip and nothing's going to slip out my hand, and goon tape around the front so the firearm won't slip out my hand and I can have maximum grip. But this rubber pad back here, it has its recoil technology built into the rubber butt pad, so when I shoot the firearm, I'm not getting a lot of recoil. And even though this shotgun does not have a lot of recoil due to the fact how heavy it is, I'm really able to be really flat with this style of grip and get a good hold, and especially with my Magpul RVG grip. I can say they're great additions. That's something that I feel that's essential after, you follow up and get you a sling and a light for your gun. Let's see here, and I want to say that this light is a Olight Balda Pro R. It's good for home defense because I can just use the USB and plug it in and set the charging port on top, and I'm good to go. It's great for shotguns and PCCs. So let's see here. The next thing that I feel that is very essential for this, and this is just for AKs in general. Sometimes the charging handle, I have on a Yugo charging handle, and it's a beefy charging handle cover, and it has great texture on it. So when I'm doing my reloads, I don't have to worry about slipping and missing the standard charging handle that AKs have, or slipping down or hitting my hand. None of that. It's very beefy, and I feel like as soon as I get close to it, I feel it, and I'm able to just make the reloading transition a lot faster. So I feel that all AKs should have this style of charging knob, no matter if it's a Yugo charging handle, whatever it may be. But that is a great addition for reloads, so that's very essential to have as well. Let's see here. The next thing that I feel that is very great for this style of gun is also just in general, having a red dot reflex sight, whatever that may be. This is my Sightmark FSR. It is a sturdy reflex or red dot sight. It takes AA batteries, so you don't have to worry about finding a special battery anywhere. It has a rubber mesh over the top, so it can take being dropped on the ground for a lot of periods of time where you may drop your firearm. Hopefully you're not. Hopefully you're careful. You're able to. This is able to take the impact of it. Also, you know, it has a great tighten down method where I can just, I'll take a pair of pliers and just tighten that down till I feel like it's tight enough, add over 45 pounds of pressure, and it's good to go. This is not the best light out there. No, it's really not. You know, it came out in 2019. There's lights, there's sights that are better than that. But for me and for my use, this is a bulldog of a sight, and I love it. It's, you know, a little bit over $100. So it's something that I was able to get into, and I know that's going to be working just fine. And I have not had one issue with this. And I also have the CSR as well. So yes, okay, well, let's get into some things now that I feel that, you know, are just good additions to have. So here I have the Carlson's Remington Tactical Choke, and it's ported, so it's able to take buckshot, slugs, birdshot, anything you may want to throw at this. It will be able to take and not give you any hiccups when it comes to using this for your shotgun. And yes, this is a Remington style choke, so that should let you know that this shotgun, you're able to use Remington style chokes. I'm not too sure about any other choke, but Remington style chokes work fine. And what you do, you just take this key that it comes with, and you're able to put that in the barrel, find that groove, and take off that other choke and put this choke on. And this choke has teeth, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that well, but it has teeth all the way around. To me, it'll be good like to jab something with it. I've seen people take this and jam it in the door and blow off like door hinges and stuff, due to the fact it has that teeth and it can sink in there. And with these holes, it's kind of like a brake, but it's also able to dispense the gases out the front, back, and the top. So if you did sink it in the door, you're not having that back pressure run back in the gun and give you a malfunction. Everything will be able to disperse nicely. So it does add a little bit of length to it. I wouldn't use it for home defense for me, due to the fact that, you know, my home, I don't have a mansion, so I have to worry about, you know, the length and everything of this shotgun and how to maneuver. And it does make it a little bit more loud since it's got all these holes. It's kind of like a brake. So I just use the standard choke, so that way I don't have to worry. Like I said, it's already long enough, and I can maneuver around nicely. With a shotgun, getting into the next thing, you want to have basically a pad or a shell holder where you can have your shells next to you, due to the fact that with the shotgun, you have to worry about ammunition, and that's one reason why people don't like shotguns, due to the fact that you can only pretty much carry up to 12 rounds in a tube or 10 round mags. So, you know, you have a drum, but sometimes that's not practical. It's very cumbersome. So you need to have shells on you, and this is something that's good, because if you run dry out of everything, you can load up quickly and have something on the fly. You can have specialty rounds, anything that you see fit to get the job done. Whatever you may be doing, or just having some extra rounds at the range, you have something on you. So a shell holder for shotguns are, to me, very essential to have. Having a buttstock pad too is great to have on shotguns, because shotguns do kick. You know, slugs do kick, buckshots do kick, you know, all different type of rounds. Not too much worried about birdshot, but having a butt pad with the recoil system in the back you're able to really stay flat. And, you know, having the different additions like the pistol grip and the front grip and a butt pad cover, you're able to really sink down into this firearm, stay flat, and dispense those rounds very quickly and stay on target, and without leaving a big red bruise on your shoulder. So I can say the pad is good on here, but you know, you want to add something on there, you sure can. So this shotgun, like I said, I believe that I went over everything on it. I will get into a little bit of the internals and show you how it looks after 1,000 rounds with just nothing but slugs. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and let's start going off for anybody that doesn't know about the breakdown of this shotgun. It has a hinged dust cover, so it may be good and it may be bad. Let's get into the bad first. The bad is that sometimes when you're trying to take out the parts, the internals to the shotgun, it might swing back and forth a little bit, and it might come open if you don't want it to, if you're cleaning. So you can just take your rubber band, hold it down in place, and it won't move. You know what I'm saying? Also, the good is if you're in a situation to where, you know, you don't want all your parts scattered around and you have to put things back very quickly in order to do whatever you may need to do, it will stay on your firearm, and you don't have to worry about, oh, I got to get this off the ground, or I got to leave it really fast because I got to move around. You know, everything, it's going to stay with it. And there's a button on the back of your spring that you would press down and just push in, and the dust cover will fly up. I mean, will fly up, come up, however you want to say that, and you're just able to take out the internals pretty much just like a standard AK. Removing that spring, having it come out, and then taking your charging handle and removing out the internals for the bolt carrier group and the bolt. So this is the bolt right here. It looks good. I mean, you can tell I've used this shotgun. I'm not bull crapping with you. You can see that some of the paint is missing. But for 1,000 rounds of nothing but slug, people say it's cast, it's not gonna stand up. Dude, I'm letting you know right now that this shotgun has been holding up to the test of time for me. You know, I've seen videos where it holds up for the test of time for other people, and I'm gonna be putting a lot more rounds through it. But I can definitely say that this has done a great job of holding up. So this is the bolt. This is the bolt carrier group. Everything seems to be just fine. And like you can see, like I said, you can see the wear and tear on this. But everything is working flawlessly. And I've heard that this cutout is a little bit more bigger than the Sega 12 or the Vepr 12. I don't want to get this wrong. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but you know, this is for the shells, you know, the port where the shells can, you know, come out, and this is cut a little bit more bigger so you can have better reliability. And that's good that they have this on this style of shotgun. So that's great. And you can see how I did my, you know, have my charging knob on here. So yes, this shotgun has been holding up well. I'll let you see in there. I got my trigger and everything set. It has a great trigger. This shotgun has a pretty good damn trigger. So I wanted to change that out, maybe to an ALG trigger. I've never seen anyone that has done that before, but I may do it because I've already done a lot of magic to this shotgun. So you never know, but I just wanted you to see the internals. When you get this shotgun, a thing that'll help you is to go ahead and just, you know, send down any burrs or anything that you may have in this shotgun to make sure that this shotgun is working flawlessly. And I did that in the beginning and haven't had any issues. So this bad baby Shelia, she's working well. So I'm gonna put her back together and I'm gonna give my final thoughts. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and just giving the final thoughts on this shotgun. Like I said, it is a great, inexpensive platform shotgun to have, or an AK variant platform shotgun to have if you want to try to get into the magazine fed shotgun world. And it's very, like I said, inexpensive to get into, and that's what I love about it. And I was able to do a lot of magic to this shotgun in order to create it as my own and feel comfortable with using it. I love the fact that I'm able to learn the AK, like the AK just way of doing things. So now I feel comfortable. I don't have an AK. I got every dang AR style platform that you could think of, but I don't have an AK. and now pretty much that I do have a AK variant style of firearm that is in 12 gauge. So I love that a lot. And Shelia, she's been a beast, and I'm going to continue to put more rounds through her. If you have any questions over anything that I have on here, or any questions about the JTS M12AK, shoot me a message down in the comments and let me know, and I will try to answer it as soon as possible. But I want to get back to the range so I can show you footage, you know, just not sitting here at the table, getting back on the range, practicing and showing you guys how, and ladies, how good this shotgun works. So this is 6ix9ine Lifestyle Reviews, and I'll be back again. Have a good one, y'all. I'm out.